सन्मात्रमद्वयमनामयचिच्छरीरं तत्त्वं पदार्थनिगमामृतबोधरूपं कोऽहं विचारमहसैव च बोधनीयम् आनन्दमात्मरमणं शरणं प्रपद्ये।
उपासकानां यदुपासनीयम् उपात्तवासं वटशाखिमूले तद्धाम दाक्षिण्यजुषा स्वमूर्त्यां जागर्तु चित्ते मम बोधरूपम् अद्राक्षम् क्षीणदयानिधानम् आचार्यम् आद्यं वटमूलभागे मौनेन मन्दस्मितभूषितेन महर्षिलोकस्य तमोनुदन्तम् ॐ तत्सदाख्यं पुरुषं गुहेशं भक्तार्तिनाशाय शरीरवन्तं मोदस्वरूपं मधुरस्वभावं त्वाम् आत्मनाथं रमणं भजामि। अहमिति कुत आयातीत्यन्विष्यान्तः प्रविष्टयात्यमलधियाम् अवगम्य स्वं रूपं शाम्यत्यरुणाचलत्वयि नदीवाब्धौ आत्मानन्दसुधापयोधिगलितं स्वानन्दगङ्गामृतम् वेदान्तार्थवनान्तरङ्गमहितं ज्ञानाम्बुपूरं महत् स्तोकास्तोकरसानुभूतिरसबुग्हंसावलीभिश्रितं गच्छन्तं निजसङ्गभङ्गकलनाकारं तमीडे शिवम्। नित्यानन्दसुधाम्बुधौ समरसे वृत्त्यादिशून्ये शिवे आशावायुसमुत्थिता किल महाव्यामोहजालं जगत् वेधा विष्णुमहेशजिष्णुविबुधा नागानराः साधवः बोधारण्यतृणावलीयमखिलं शून्यं शिवं शाश्वतम् निद्राकालविनष्टबोध्यविषयः सोऽहं सुखी मन्यते सत्तामात्रशरीरिणं निजभगं बुद्ध्वा विबोधो नहि जाग्रत्कालगृहीतकर्तृविकलं सर्गादिसत्ताभ्रमं सत्ताहीनमिदं नु सर्गकलहं पश्यन्ति विश्वं निजम्. यस्मिन्नेव भवेत् स्थितं जगदिदं यस्यैव सर्वं जगत् यस्मात् सर्वमिदं भवेत् समुदितं यस्मै समस्तं भवेत् येनेदं निखिलं जगत्समुदयात् सर्वं यदेव स्वयं सत्यं गुप्तधनं तदेव हृदये तत्सत्परं धीमहि. Yesterday we were seeing the 8th verse of Ulladu Narpadu Anubandham. Where Bhagavan's very well known verse it is in Sanskritam. Hridaya kuhara madhye केवलं ब्रह्ममात्रं हि अहमहमिति साक्षात् आत्मरूपेण भाति. हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वता मज्जता वा पवनचलनरोधात् आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्वं. This is the verse. As we said, this is the Eka Sloki. And the Tamil is idayamāṅ guhaiyi ṇāppaṇ ēkamām biramma mātram adu āṇmā-v-āha nērē yavirndiḍu āṇmā-v-āha idayamē sārvāy taṉணை yeṇṇiyāள் அல்லது vāyu அதனுடன் āள்-மனத்தால் āṇmāவில் நிஷ்டன் ஆவாய். This is the Tamil verse. And the meaning is, in the cave of the heart, that non-dual truth, Brahman. Brahman is the name by which the Upanishads speak about the infinite. That Brahman, mātra, means alone. In Sanskrit it is kevalam. In Tamil, Bhagavan uses the word mātra. ṇēkamām, biramma, mātra. All these words are Sanskrit only. Simply the joining alone is Tamil. It's actually again Sanskrit only. Idayamāṅ, idayam also, hridayam becomes idayam. So that is also Sanskrit only. Guhaiyi is also Sanskrit only. Guhaiyi ṇāppaṇ ēkamām Brahma. Ekam is Sanskrit, Brahma is Sanskrit, Mātram is Sanskrit. Adu aham, aham, I. Aham, aham is Sanskrit. āṇmā-v-āha is Sanskrit. Atma is also Sanskrit. āṇmā-v-āha nērē yavirndiḍu. It shines forth. taṉணai எண்ணி āṇmānattāl. This is pure Tamil. Not completely. One word is there, that is manam. So it's my mind. So, taṉணai எண்ணி āṇmānattāl. Enquiring into one's nature. Enni means thinking, enquiring into the real nature of I thought. That is what Bhagavan here says as ātma-vichāra. And there is one more thing is added, is controlling of the breath. And āṇmanam means making the mind. All Bhagavan's devotees, they have used a word, diving into the heart. You have to dive this side, not this side. How to do it? Imagination is okay. Many devotees have employed many ways. Mostly they use some japa. There was one devotee of Bhagavan, Narayana. He used to do who am I, who am I, who am I japa. But that helped him actually. That actually helped him. You need something to hold. So in the beginning, just holding that who am I, who am I, who am I, used to do. You will wake up by 2:30 in the morning and sit in meditation. Who am I, who am I? One of his famous book is available. I don't know whether it is there in ashram now. It is Technique of Mahayoga. It is not Mahayoga. Mahayoga is a very well known intellectual book, very theoretical. This book is named Technique of Mahayoga, but lot of practical things. Lot of practical things. People used to make fun of him actually, because he wrote such things. That you do japa of who am I, restrain the breath. Many practical things he has said. But sometimes it can help many people. Few years back, one man used to do Pradakshinam, Bhagavan Samadhi. Many of you might have seen it. Who am I? Non yaar, मैं कौन हूँ? All this he will say. Hindi, English, Koham, and 4 languages he will say. That, like Nama Sankirtanam we will be doing. So, you can hold this inside. Bhagavan has told that who am I is not a japa. In that way, Mahavakya is not a japa. But when you want to do some sadhana, japa means what? You take an idea and implant it inside, so that other ideas will not enter. That's the first stage. Sajadiya vritti pravaha, vijadiya vritti rahityam. The thought wave should be of only one quality, not other things should not enter. That is the beginning, the start. Because the mind is constantly prattling in language. So use some language to tell it shoo, shoo, shoo. That's all. I've heard a very beautiful anecdote of Swami Anandamayi Mom. somebody asked, how do nama japa becomes effective? You do nama japa, how does the divine respond to it? We are giving some name and we are calling him, how will he respond to it? And she gives a very spontaneous, her answers are all like that, very natural. And there she says, someone is going, you have, and suppose he drops his kerchief, and you take the kerchief and follow him, call him. You do not know his name. You say, hey, shoo, and he will look after. Then you give this. That A or shoo is not his name, but he responds. Like that, you use something to invite the infinite. Something. So that the other thoughts will quieten. Other idea will quieten. Other things will become silent. So you keep this idea of this I within. Actually, even I is not pronounced. We say in English I, in Tamil non, Sanskrit aham. There is no sound inside. The silent one arises with a throb, and that throb you call as I. A mantra. It is the real mantra. It is the ajapa japa. Japa which you are not doing, the inner one is starting to do. That is what Bhagavan quotes Brihadaranyaka Upanishad and says, the first name of Ishvara is Aham. Aham nāma bhavat. From within, he arises, the eruption happens as I. And what is that? Brahma matram, that infinite, is expressing himself as I within. It does not happen in any language. Language is vaikari walk, verbal pronounced thing. Even in mental level, language loses its prominence. Even in dream, actually there is no language. When there is anger, when there is love, it is not in any language. You might interpret it in a language. So in the madhyama, there itself it goes. Then deeper into the pashyanti walk, there is only a wave, a throb. And para, of course, pure silence, mauna. So para, pashyanti, madhyama, vaikari. This is the traveling road. The para is the supreme, that mahamā. From there, pashyanti, the state of the seer. Pashyati means he sees. Pashyanti walk means the subtle most plane, the primordial state, the transcendental state of Shabda. In the Sikh religion, their Japuji, what they call, Guru Granth Sahib, it's full of this idea of Shabda and its real form. And all our devotees, they have recommended do Nama Japa. And ultimately you will see that the Japa is not that you do, the Japa is already there. Something which is very alive. Even in Bhagavan's case, it was like that. Bhagavan said, even before I grew up, even before my intellect became mature enough to receive things. That Nama, that throb of Arunachala was within me. Arivaru Shiruvayadadu Mudal. Shiruvayadu means from young age. Arivaru, no knowledge. Arunachalam Mihapperidu. It is not actually even the name of Arunachala, the essence of Arunachala. Peridu in Tamil means big, it means Brahman. So the essence of Arunachala was there inside me. And one day one person came and said Arunachalam. That is like the Guru telling Tattvamasi. That is why Bhagavan called it Tattvamasi, because he is verbalizing what you are carrying in your being. That's all. He is not giving you any new knowledge. You are already carrying that divine spandana inside you. The Guru comes and verbalizes it. He tells that you are already that, you already have it. So that is what happened to Bhagavan. And the same thing Bhagavan is saying, Hridaya Kuhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. You are already carrying Brahman in your heart. How? As the essence, as the implied essence of Aham, as I. Non. Aham is said because it is infinite. It is always there in the waking state, dream, deep sleep, all states. That non-dual Brahman is shining forth as the implied essence of Aham. Atma Rupena Bhati. Now to know it, what should I do? You listen about Brahman from the Guru. Know that the Atma is Brahma. Your very nature is Brahman. Then you turn the mind inward. Hirdi Vishamanasa. The mind turns towards the heart. Antarmukha. In the Who Am I, Bhagavan says the word Antarmukha. Hridi Vishamanasa. Hrida Manisha Manasa Bhikapto Yayenam Viduramrtaste Bhavanti. The Upanishad says, whoever realizes it by turning the mind into the heart, they become immortal. So, Hridi Vishamanasa Swam Chinvata. The Swam here means I. The I thought. You can say the I thought. We have spoken about it elaborately many times. Because in the beginning, you have no idea about that existence which is there as the I am. Even if you know it intellectually, you can read I am that, talks with Ramana Maharshi, many books are there. When once that idea exploded through Bhagavan, whole world is having that ideas. But idea is nothing. Clarity is also 1%. You have to lock your mind there. Samadhi Abhyasa. That is what Acharya, Shankaracharya says, and Bhagavan recommended that portion of Viveka Chudamani to many of his devotees. Leaving aside everything, turning the mind towards that existence. The I am. Samadhi is already there, but your mind, the intellect should be turned towards, the mind should be turned towards that. Your eye should sit on the eye, and there should not be any other job for you. Then you will be free. I am just translating Bhagavad Gita. Tad buddhayaha, tad atmanaha, taṇṇishṭhāha tat parāyaṇāha. Tad buddhayaha means the buddhi, the intellect is turned towards that. No more prattling. Tadatmānaha. No more this ego becomes alive. The state where the I thought does not operate. Taṇṇishṭhāha. Abidance there. Not even for a second or 1 minute or anything. Abidance there. Tat parāyaṇaha. No more other occupation. Then what will we do? I have to do my job. I have to earn money. I have to get all worldly things. And if possible, Jivan Mukti also. Because you cannot walk towards east and west at the same time. You move towards the east, you move away from west. When light comes, darkness goes. Like that, when you take truth, untruth will fall off. Falsehood will go away. Darkness will disappear. So, your whole being must be offered to that. Tad buddhayaha, tad atmanaha, taṇṇishṭha, abidance there. Tat parāyaṇaha means all time. That is what in Aksharamanamale Bhagavan said. What? Question. അത് ശരി, അത് ആത്മവിചാരം എല്ലാ സമയവും അക്ഷരമാണ്. ഒരു ക്ലൂ തന്നിട്ട് ടക്കെന്ന് ചൊല്ലിവിടുന്നത് എല്ലാ ടൈമും. ടൈം മീൻസ് വാട്ട്? രാപ്പഹലില്ല വെറുവെളി വീട്ടിൽ രമിത്തിടുവോം വാ അരുണാചല. Says Arunachala, let me have that samadhi day and night. Ramittiduvo means samadhi, that delight. Let me have that state of samadhi day and night. The state where there is no I, the state where there is no body, no ego. The state where there is peace, peace, peace. No thought, no sleep. Day and night. And Bhagavan is calling Arunachala, Va Arunachala. You come so that I will not be there. The infinite existence alone. āṇmā will niṭṭa ṇāvāy. That is the Atma Nishtha. Nishtha means firm abidance. Niṣṭayena tiṣṭhati. Niṣṭayena avasthanam. With firm conviction, he sits in the self. One child one day wanted to sit in the lap of someone. So the child went to the kitchen and he said, let me sit in your lap. Mother was very busy. She said, no time now. You go there. Then he went to his father. Said, may I sit in your lap? No, I have office work. And he had an elder sister. To her he asked. She also said, I have no time. At last that boy said, everyone is busy. I will sit on my own lap. Wherever I am searching, I can't find a place to sit. So, Atmani eva upavishati. Visha pravesha. Entering into one's own being abides there. Because anything else you hold, it will actually cheat you. One day it will cheat you, deceive you, give you tremendous pain and leave you, including your body. You can use all the materials in the world, but you cannot depend. Wealth you can use, but not take ashraya, dependence. Ashraya is not possible. Vyavahara is possible. Anityaihi dravyaihi vyavaharaha natu ashrayaha. All the anitya dravyas are used, but you cannot depend upon. Health, if you are healthy, it is good, but you cannot depend. Anything in the world is not ashraya yogya, vyavahara yogya. But Bhagavan is not vyavahara yogya. We want to make Bhagavan vyavahara yogya. In the temple, people go to Bhagavan and do puja for right from passing an examination, to get a job, to get married, to get children, and to get entry for the child in the school, using Bhagavan as a vastu, as an object. He is not useful for that. He is perfectly useful for you to surrender, to depend upon, to take ashraya. You sit in him. Other things you use, that's all. You cannot depend upon him. So you find that the only thing that is where you can sit is the self. Any other place you sit, it will go. Kalavari vittudu. Any other thing you depend upon, it will leave you. It will give you pain. The Upanishad, Yajnavalkya says in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, anything other than the self will leave you. Even the spiritual states, people sometimes they get a high state, they think it will stay. No. Today you have a good meditation, you think tomorrow also the very thinking will obstruct it. Tomorrow you are ready at 5:30 because today also meditation will come. It is no meditation, mind is like a railway station. Nothing. And the most unexpected moment, it is there. Sometimes you are going in a train, in the railway station it comes. In meditation room it is railway station. Somewhere it comes, happens. You are very well tuned, it happens. So, Atmanishta, abidance in one's real nature. āṇmā-vil nisṭhanāvāy. That is what Bhagavan is. Whenever you see Bhagavan, it is Atmanishta walking. It is Atmanishta speaking. Whatever may happen around, no movement. āṇmā-vil nisṭhanāvāy. He didn't say you should get a house in Tiruvannamalai and find nisṭha there. He didn't even say that you should get a nisṭha in your body. Somebody said we have to cure all our disease in the body, then only spiritual life is possible. Bhagavan said then there will be no end for it. You think you can have perfect health? You can just do some adjustment, that's all. Everyone is having problems. And if you have to dissolve the problems, not solve the problem, The only way is what Bhagavan said, find out who is having the problem. Keep this alive within you, this question. It is I. And what is this I? Learn to habituate this introversion and focusing at this I thought in the beginning. In the beginning, it is the I thought. When you sit, just a witness to the mind, you find there is lot of I thought. I want this, I want that, I have to go there, I have to come, I have to eat, I have to sleep. From here, I have to go there, from there, I have to come here. This problem, that problem, this, that. Everything is filled with I. You change your attention towards, this is the sadhana. This is, very deeply, profoundly practical. It needs tremendous alertness. Bhagavan knows our difficulty. That is why Bhagavan gave a ready-made thing. Find out, ask yourself who is having this problem. And the answer will be to me. Sometimes the answer will not come. Answer also you have to give in the beginning. Bhagavan has said, have faith. Me, I am having problem. You verbalize it. Actually, non-verbalized answer is going on. But it will not tell. You have to tell me, I. It is there. You call it by that name of I and me. Till your whole attention turns towards that. Just like one day night in our native village, the cat was making such a racket sound. It was about 12 o'clock in the night. And it's an old house. In the middle of the house, we call it a nadumuttam. Very open space is there. So there this is happening. We all woke up and saw that the cat is making a sound and there is a silent serpent with hooded serpent. And the cat is looking at the serpent and making this sound, and the serpent is also hissing. Neither the serpent is daring to move because the cat will catch hold of. And the cat is also afraid. You can see so much alertness was there that the serpent, the cat is looking at the snake. Like that, the inner alertness has to wake up to look at the I thought. Look at the me, the movement of I. It's actually not a thought. It is simply pure energy. It is the central energy. Bhagavan says it is the Kundalini Shakti. It is the real Kundalini Shakti. From the heart center, if it goes to the lower centers, it expresses itself as mind. With willpower, with anger, with desire, survival instinct, all these things. Slowly it peeps beyond the heart center. The same force, suddenly it looks at a temple and says like that. Muruganar says, when a person looks at the gopuram of a temple and does like this, you can know that the Kundalini has found its root. A little act of reverence arises when the force has started a urdhvamukha yatra. Some people you can see standing on the roadside, unaware of anything, looking at the mobile. Because that is the place where it sits. So, it is the same force. You chant a mantra, then also it will move. Because the mantra at a certain stage becomes the I thought. Go on chanting, because mostly the mantra will become effective only if there is love for the Ishta Devata. Otherwise, mantra will not become effective. Somebody is giving you some mantra, you have no connection with it, the mantra will not become effective. The mantra becomes effective when there is deep link between you and that Devata. Very easily it becomes effective, because there your whole I is there. Your old me, mine is there. My Arunachala, my Bhagavan, my Shiva, my Krishna, my God. People say like that, no? That very moment it becomes effective, because you have come to the I thought. See, this is the center, the bindu, as the tantrikas call it as bindu, the center. You have nailed at the center, what they say. You have to touch this center. That is why they say swadharma. You have to do the dharma, the act which is natural to you. Otherwise, why we say mechanical? Because there is no love. When dedication comes, when love comes, when everything comes, the I thought becomes palpable, graspable. Then you stay with that I thought. Aham. Bhagavan has written another verse in Tamil. Ahamenum moola aviddai ahandrida. Ahamāha allum-pahalar. Ahamolir Atma-devan padattinil. Ahamahilvāha anisham ramikyave. Is more condensed form of song. Hymn this is. Aham enum moola aviddai. This I thought is the primal ignorance, primal error. To remove it, you have to stay with that I thought allum-pahal, day and night. That is the sadhana. Aham ena allum-pahalara. Day and night, your attention is on the feeling of I. That spandana. Then that aham vritti, first, even to see this I thought is difficult, because our I has become our house, our I has become our wife, our I has become our children, our I has become our car, sometimes even slippers. I has become our religion, I has become our caste, I have become our many things. So even to segregate it and see it as one single feeling is pure grace. So that itself is the first stage. That is why certain masters, they have their method of fighting with the disciples, so that they will become aware of this individual sense, how much important it is, this jiva bhava. Tvam pada shodhanam, as the traditional people say, tvam pada shodhanam. So like that, when the attention falls on that throb of I, then pure form you are able to hold that I. This meditation itself, you need so much of alertness, so much of energy. Then the I thought, aham vritti, transforms itself as the Ishta Devata. I am deliberately using that word. In the sense, Bhagavan's word is aham spurti. And that aham spurti is Arunachala Shiva. That aham spurti is something, you know that it is something divine. Certain evolved souls, they need not do aham vritti vichara. They directly go to Ishta Devata. That is why sometimes one mantra, wake up, no traveling from ahankara, anveshana, nothing. Directly, somebody whispers the nama in the heart. Bhagavata says, for certain people, when the guru or a devotee whispers the name of the Lord, they transcend Ishtadevata and directly have self-realization. Generally, when you chant Shiva Nama, you should see Shiva. That is what is expected. When you chant Narayana Nama, you should see Narayana. But instead of that, Madguna Shruti Matrena Mahi Sarva Guhashaye Manogatihi Avichinna, in uninterrupted samadhi. Yatha Gangam Bhasaha Ambuto, like Ganga flowing towards the ocean. Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya. Bhagavata says this is Nirguna Bhakti. Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya Nirgunasya Hyudahritam. It is transcendental bhakti. Because they just listen to the nama, and the meaning of the nama is Atma. It is Shuddha Chaitanya. In Bhagavan's case, it happened like that. Bhagavan says, Payar ninaithidave piditti iluttanai perumayara rivara Arunachala. Who knows your glory, Arunachala? The moment I heard your name, I thought your name, the mind was pulled deep into the infinite. That happens. Sometimes it is like that. You chant the Bhagavan Nama, you have self-realization. Or you start doing this self-enquiry. There is two parts in self-enquiry of Bhagavan. One is the Upasana and the other is Jnanam. Upasana is Dahara Vidya, Hridaya Vidya, where the I thought, the source of the I thought is sought after. Then the I thought leaves all its hold on the limited personality, but a higher thing which shines forth as aham spurti, as spandana, as pure consciousness, chit spandana. Right from the heart, no more travel from the navel. The travel is from the heart to the head, from the head to the heart. Hridayam upasate arunayaha. tatavudagadananta tavadhama shiraf paramam. From there, heart to head doesn't mean in the body. We are just saying like that. It means from the throb you begin and suddenly the mind merges in the infinite, and from the infinite it comes to the throb, never back to the ahankara, to the ego. When you come to the ahankara, all kama, kopa, everything comes. But for the illumined soul, there is no coming down from that center. It travels, its movement is from bhakti to jnanam, jnanam to bhakti. Ishta devata to the infinite, infinite to the Ishta devata. In the world, it stays with Ishta devata. And many places, Guru is Ishta devata. I will say, even in Buddhism this is there. Because after attaining nirvana, what is the use of the so-called dharma chakra? The dharma chakra is his Ishta devata. The body has to stay in the world, something to hold on, that's all. From there it travels to the infinite, from infinite to the finite, from finite to the infinite. Not absolutely finite. It is the higher being. I think it is what they called Greek and Latin to some of us, and Telugu, Tamil, Sanskrit to some of you. So, when that aham vritti, aham spurti, and the implied essence of I shines forth as the infinite is aham bodha. It is Brahma, what the Upanishads call as Brahma, and Bhagavan says Brahma matram, that supreme infinite being shines forth as aham, aham, as I. So when you know what is this I, then you know it is not body, it is not mind, it is not ego. In the waking, in the dream and the deep sleep, all the state, it is the same. And it is the fourth, the Turiya, Satchidananda, Purna. And with closed eyes and opened eyes, it is same. That is Brahma, means Sarvam khalu idam Brahma. Even with open eyes, whatever you look at, whatever you see, it is all that. The seer is that, the seen is also that. Then only the great lightness comes. You can see in Bhagavan's Vedanta, many teachers taught something very similar to Bhagavan. But Bhagavan's talks, you see, the speciality of Bhagavan's talks is there is no too much seriousness is not there. Some places Bhagavan says it is only pretension. You are acting as if you are unrealized. You are already that. You are already Brahman. Because for him, there is no ignorant person. Then why are you answering Bhagavan? Somebody asked Bhagavan, if you consider us also as the Atma, why should you answer? Kelpar kelvikki vidai. In Tamil, Bhagavan answered, he said, you are asking a question, I am giving an answer, that's all. You worship the Atman here with a question, I worship the Atman there with an answer. It's all same. No ignorant people at all, no one who is seeking freedom, no bondage. Very often he used to quote from Mandukya Karika, na nirodho na cha utpattihi na baddho na ja sadhakaha na mumukshuhu navai muktaha ityesha paramarthata. The supreme truth, where there is no delusion, no deluge, no creation, no bondage, no one is seeking. Then what are they doing? They are just playing. I know it by experience, because sometimes, somebody will come and seriously ask some question, and when I am answering, they will be looking at the photos. Because by asking question, my work is over. You go on answering. Why should I listen to you? So, out of compassion, I need somebody to listen, so they are coming. You are all coming. I have no ignorance that you are coming here to get something from me. I know that all of you are coming here out of immense compassion. Swami has built a hall here, otherwise it will all go waste. So we have to show compassion. So it is pure compassion, nothing else. So otherwise, see, it's all krida, it is all play of the infinite. There is no becoming at all. People are just many other things we have finished. Okay, now we will have some spiritual life. That's all. Kridartham srijasi prapanchamakhilam. Kridamrigaste janaha. The world is created for his divine sport. We are all dolls with which he is playing, says Shankaracharya. If we tell him, you might say it is all sport, but I am having so much problems in life. Then he will ask this question, who is experiencing the problem? I. And who is this I? Enquire. Search warrant. You go and search, then he find there also he is there. The problem is also he. Once in Bangalore we had such a talk. It said, somebody is giving us trouble in life. How should we look at him? And suddenly an answer came. I said, we have many names for God. He is the Troubleshwara Mahadeva. He is also Mahadeva who has come in the form of troublemaking. So, worship him, Troubleshwara Mahadevaya Namaha. So, if you can just have faith in this Vakya, that everyone is he only. Even your disease is he. Your suffering is he. Because when health was there, you didn't say, why he healthy? Go to some astrologer and ask, for so many days I have no BP. Why is it like that? Nobody is asking. Only when most of the diseases you see, these are all devatas. Health is a devata, disease is a devata. So you had a very healthy life up to 60 years. Last perhaps for 20 years or 30 years, all these people who were appointed to visit you, they also come. Then you say, why this problem, why this problem? Give them also place. Sadhu Swami used to say, he had BP at that time. So, Swamiji, you have BP? Yes, yes. What is it? It is Bhagavan's protection. It is not joke. Actually, they are all, any avatara Purusha has to have these things. Because you think that you should have only nice things in life. Sometimes people who commit suicide are those who have all nice things. Only nice things. Because they have nothing else, no place. See, I have seen people who are in tremendous suffering telling me later on, or sometimes at that time, this is the most profoundly spiritual time in my life. Because outwardly there is trouble, inwardly deep down somewhere there is a strange peace. It's a phenomenon which has to be explored. Uuninai urukki ulloli perukki. Manikavajikar says, the physical body and mind, a surface mind is being boiled, melted, and inwardly the effulgence becomes so strong. The entire phenomenon is divine. Because that divinity alone exists. He is there in you, in me, in everyone, shining forth as our own self, as our own being. That non-dual Brahman alone shine forth as aham aham iti, non, as sakshat, direct, aparoksha. So this is enough today. Arunachala Shiva. Arunachala Shiva. Arunachala Shiva. Arunachala.